Greetings, everybody. It is Friday. That's right. Today is Friday, April 7th. That's right. Good Friday to many of us. We are coming up on the holiday on Sunday, and many people have like a 5-day weekend, which is why I think that Super Mario Brothers is going to be huge. I haven't been wrong yet. I knew it was going to be huge. I think a lot of you did too, but we'll talk about that in just a moment. Let's say hi to each and every one of you on this fabulous Friday. Here we go. David Glenn got here early, says far out. I like that intro. Yes, if you were here early, you got to see an old commercial from Comics Division's channel that we put together about a year and a half ago. You're going to see a lot more of those in the future, guys. Not only that, it was a little bit musical, featuring myself and Corey. Corey's talented. You should check out Tal_ent Entertainment. That is his channel. Corey, the good voice guy. Sir talks a lot. He's awesome. The Red Ranger says, "Hey, all, CC. Every time I walk or every time I take my dog to the park, the ducks try to bite him. That's what I get for buying a purebred dog." It's funny. Let's see who else popped in. We got Liger fan here this morning. There's Captain Fandom Nerd. Morgan King is here. There's Josiah Robinson. Good to see you. And D. Bud Martin. What's up? Griffin is in the house. Great to see you, Griffin. We've got our friend Darren Hughes, the amazing Rich. Good to see you, my wrench friend. We've got Matt G. What's up, Matt G? Got John Puma out there as well. Good to see you, John. Katza says, hello. Hello, indeed. Now, here's a name for you. Special Effects. F314 Sabertooth Raptor. And I agree. Metroid's going to be massive. Everything else that Star Wars announced today, garbage-tasticness. And that's being kind. We got another amazing wrench here, and Mr. Red Shirt. Hail, Mr. Shirt. Good to see you. Let's see. We've got Lord Thoth, the Canadian wrench. What's going on, my friend? Let's see who else rolled in the door. A few other folks like Vince Womack saying hello. There's the Union of Amateur Strategists. And a few other folks that popped in as well. Let's see, who would those be? Oh, well, we've got Troy Pacelli here. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Randall Orser's joining us today. Good to see you, Randall. Interesting things in Canada right now, I would say. Let's see, who else popped in the door? Well, there's Captain Phantom Nerd, but I already said hi to him. Lots of y'all here. Dave G Sound is here. Great to see you, Dave G. We got Jason Gray's Retro Culture. Good to see you, pal. We've got the great one himself, Eric K. Master of Mods, the Mensch of Wrenches. Good to see you, Eric. And Tiberius. What's up, Tiberius K? Good to see you. Rod Thunderheart is joining us, and there's Joseph Dredd. Matt About Hatter, great to see you, and Deleted Scenes. Spaceship Vampire, Dragon Master 360, and Grim, otherwise known as Infeator. The incredibly talented Andy Masterson is joining us as well, and Channel Surface here. Happy Friday indeed. One of the best mustaches on YouTube. There's my buddy Rob Altus. How you doing? Greetings from Taiwan. Well, I hope Taiwan is good. Taiwan's a really cool country. Atwood is here. Great to see you. There's Adam B. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. I think Hungarian, if I'm not mistaken. We've got Mutant Bam Hammer here. Boyos, all my boyos. Indeed. Who else popped in the door? I know we have to get going, so just read some names while we go. In fact, there's the boss. Here we go. Michael Gonzalez, good morning. Blackia, what's going on? For those of you on Rumble, good morning. Hello, Twitter. Let's get ready to rumble. All right, guys. 6 minutes starts now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are and whenever you're watching. Thanks for checking out the 6 Minute Daily. We start with a story on the screen. Well, because we have a lot to get through and not a lot of time to do it in, with 58 of you watching live on YouTube, several of you on Twitter, and a few more of you over on Rumble. Here we go. First story is a sad one. William C. Butler passes away at the age of 101. This cinematographer is responsible for a lot of how movies look nowadays, with his work on Jaws, Cuckoo's Nest, and The Conversation. This guy knew how to make things look amazing. And while most of his work is recognized in the 70s, he was very influential all the way up until today. So, sad loss there. But on the upper side of happiness, we have Super Mario Brothers doing very well. I'm astounded. Thursday tracked very, very strong. More higher than what they thought. $31 million in one day on Wednesday. You've got more coming up for Thursday, right? We haven't got those numbers yet in full. Those numbers are going to be huge. And Friday, which is today, going to be monstrous. They're projecting now over $140 million 5-day box office just domestically. We were talking about this last night. I think this goes much higher. It's quite possible the domestic number could exceed 150 million, maybe higher. With a global opening, if it stays level with international, which it seems to be right now, $300 million 5-day weekend. This is monstrous. This is comic book movie level of box office. This is banging. And sky's the limit here. Clearly going to make over $1 billion. What do you think this cost? 100 million? 110 million? Boy, can you imagine being profitable after your first weekend? Good on them. Anyway, took a lot of time on that one, so we move on to this. Coolio apparently passed away from fentanyl. A fentanyl overdose. Fentanyl's a problem, and it's coming over the border at incredibly alarming rates, and it has to be stopped. It has to be. Lance Reddick's cause of death is being disputed by the family attorney, and he probably would know. Can't read too much into this, but I imagine there will be an investigation, and somewhere somebody will publish the truth at some point. Mick Mars speaks out on Motley Crue lawsuits. That's right. He is trying to remain part of the band despite the fact that he can't tour any longer. Trying to be prevented from being tossed out and prevented from collecting future profits, like when they sell their music catalog. We'll have to see how this works out, but I'm with this guy. At an advanced age, yeah, you kind of may have to stop touring. The Resident has been canceled over at Fox. It got 6 seasons, and, well, viewership played a factor in its cancellation, not just the cost, which was rising. You have members of Congress meeting with Bob Iger and other Hollywood studio execs to discuss the censorship in China. This already occurred. It did not go very well. I have a feeling that he'll be back there answering more questions on just how closely aligned and tied they are to China. I think some of these other studios are going to be called on the carpet too. Star Wars Celebration is happening in the UK. It's more than half over at this point, or at least Saturday's activities are. Probably getting real close to that special adult performance in that one location, because Star Wars is a drag, and I agree, but in a different way. Look, you're going to end up with Mangold, Filoni, and an activist that is complete trash, are going to be in charge of a Star Wars projects. In fact, Mangold apparently is getting a trilogy. I don't know, but there was a lot of announcements. Let's see how many of them get made. But one thing we have to acknowledge is that Rey is going to be in Star Wars going forward. That's right. Rey PALPATINE wins. The dark side wins, folks, as well. They weren't supposed to, but hey, Disney Star Wars. Speaking of the bad guys winning, they released some footage, some of the first footage that debuted at Star Celebration for the new show Acolyte. Yes. Yeah, this was and has been filming for a while. Not surprised. We'll see what happens with that. We've got Star Wars movies, obviously, from Mangold, Dave Filoni, and Sharmeen Oboid-Chinoy. That's the activist I was talking about. Look her up. She's a pleasure. It's going to be a good time there. Indiana Jones is headed for failure. If you watch the latest trailer, Very anti-capitalist message, guys. Are you prepared for the destruction of the West? Because Lucasfilm's trying to usher it in. So is everybody else right now. You've got James Gunn saying that DC and Marvel crossover is now more likely since he's in charge. Well, all right. I have a bridge I could sell you. Not sure this is ever going to happen. These two companies do not get along. Streamers are cutting costs by cutting shows, which means that cuts residuals to people who are in these shows. And whoa, guess who gets hurt the most? I have to guess. GM's recalling 300 robo-taxis after a crash involving a bus. I don't know what you're going to do in San Francisco because that's what they're trying to do. Replace humans with robots. I wish they could get somebody to clean up the poo. And finally, in a story I did not get on the screen because I'm running out of time, the state of Kansas passes an anti-ESG bill, but it's not really as far or extensive as it should be compared to other states recently. Kind of a bummer there. But, hey, it hasn't been signed by the governor yet, so we'll see what happens. So with that, be sure to take care of yourself. Take care of others. Wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye!
Thanks for visiting today.
I'm going to get to this in just a second. Oh, I've got super sticker and some memberships.
Yay! Of course, like and share all of the videos that you can as it helps with the algorithm. Have a great day.
All right, I want to say thank you to each and one of these folks coming up behind me here. These are my members. I've got a bunch of them. And I have to add more to this list, courtesy of many generous folks, such as WG. Thank you, my friend, for adding 10 more Culture Casino memberships to the channel. We're going to have a member stream this weekend, so keep that notification on, folks. I'll also post it in the community tab. It will be up there here, probably shooting for Saturday, since Sunday's going to be a little bit full for me. Big family day Sunday. Darius Munchausen sends me a super sticker, which is a cup of coffee. Thank you for that, Darius. And I hope your birthday a few days ago was fantastic. For the rest of you, thank you so very much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you and all of these wonderful folks here. Later today, or coming up next, is Midnight's Edge in the morning. Check that out. And then right after that, the Friday pre-flight. I hope to see you there. Have a great weekend, everybody. See ya.